I didn't support it at all.
Okay.
I thought it was divisive. I thought it was very Eurocentric in his approach to criticism.
You know, beauty is subjective. That's another fallacy. Beauty is not subjective. That's
No,
why
it's not. It's
that's why we
objective,
have
brother.
that's why we have the golden ratio. The beautiful people, you can map their facial structure, and it goes to a mathematical calculation.
Oh yeah.
Beauty is universal, and the thing is, we're talking about black women. They are on the opposite end of the spectrum on all range.
The golden ratio is and was used in plastic surgery. All studies that have been carried out were focused on Caucasian populations. So what we have is a Caucasian standard of beauty, and you are applying that to black people. It does not work.
I think his expectations for women were very superficial in terms of what was important.
Ma'am, you're average looking at best. Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone.
No, the hell
Straight
he
up.
didn't.
You are older and you got kids, and you're average.
To who? She's drop dead gorgeous to somebody. It may not be you, but
And
why
the
try
reality
to?
of your life has showed you that. You don't have. I get tired of you broads.
Broads?
Telling me
Oh, blood clot.
telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. Tired of y'all doing this shit.
He's abusive.
There was a heavy focus on how much you make and how good you look. No woman is going to look good forever.
No.
They're going to get pregnant. They're going to get older. To me, telling women that you are too fat or too small or too broke, and that's the reason why you don't have a man, that is psychopathological and it is destructive to our community. I did not agree with his approach at all. And the fact that he did have a lot of people who did speaks to how decadent and speaks to how self-hating we can be as a people.
So black men believe that the standard of beauty is whatever white men say it is, and they simply follow along with it. And they are the only group of men who do this.
Black women are starting to look more masculine. And this one, you start putting on additional makeup and, weave and all this other kind of stuff.
I do agree with you when it talks about symmetry. I actually heard that before.
Okay.
When it comes to nose and lip and all that different stuff and the ratio and the symmetry of the face and stuff like that, things that are definitively black, historically, scientifically, science has not been favorable to black people.
And I'll be honest with you, I think a lot of the women who supported Kevin Samuels supported him because they don't like other black women, and they enjoyed sitting back on their couch, sipping their tea, and watch this black man tear black women's self-esteems to shreds.
There's one thing that I disagree with him about. Who was Kittenheels' fan base? Much like some of these people who are on channels who use racial, offensive, just really disgusting white supremacist talking points and vulgar slurs about black people, just like the black channels that do that, a great portion of their supporters are not black. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at this, right?
Good to know if you're the same. When I first started watching Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, there's a part of me that I noticed that gets satisfied by watching that. Like, yeah, you take those thoughts down, you take those bitches down. I'm like,
my attention has lately been drawn to Kevin Samuels. Maybe y'all have heard of him. Every single one of his videos is, they're all very entertaining.
Keep it real. Before you make a decision about Kevin Samuels, I think you need to watch more than just his viral videos that having said that, I have watched most of his videos.
I would say I've probably watched 50 hours of Kevin Samuels in the past 2 weeks. Maybe overkill. I don't know. I'm kind of fascinated by it. It's one of the most entertaining things I've seen in a long time.
You see, these 1.3 million subscribers, they are not black people. These thumbnails, they are only appealing to non-black people. Kevin Samuels is tap dancing for money. Straight up tap dancing. I don't know who is entertained by black women making a fool of themselves on YouTube, but I can assure you that the vast majority of black people are not entertained by it. We are not entertained by that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so you see, these people were all over the internet. Look up this word, Schadenfreude, right? S-H-A-D, Schaden, E-N-F-R-E-U-D-E, Schadenfreude. Look it up. It's a terminology that describes like this hunger lust that you have, this satisfaction that you feel from watching the pain of another person. Nubian womb holders. For some reason, first of all, people consider Black people to be at the quote unquote bottom of the hierarchy of white supremacy, which was created by people who named themselves white, pink people who named themselves white. And then on the flip side, call brown people Black to be at the exact opposite end of white and Black with them, right? So in a racist patriarchy, in our race, it's going to be on the bottom. And in a patriarchy, women are going to be on the bottom. So naturally, Black women, Nubian womb holders, are on the bottom of these people's list. And they feel an inner sense of satisfaction watching us get taken down. They feel an inner sense of satisfaction watching our pain. They feel this hunger lust on the inside to watch us be hurt. These people are sick. Just like when they had those old pictures of these people at picnics with human beings, strange fruit hanging from the trees. And they had children sitting there. What did that do to the children's minds? What was already existing in the pathological thinking of the human beings who were standing around there committing murder in front of children, burning, the way you wouldn't even treat a dog? What did it do to them to have to numb themselves to our pain? What did that do to them as human beings? Dr. Joy DeGruy wrote a book on post-traumatic slave syndrome. And in her talks, she talks about the flip side of the violence enacted upon us in removing us of our humanity. Another human can't give us our humanity, but to treat another person inhumane, you remove your own humanity. These men, these males who are on these podcasts enjoying this schadenfreude from watching us get taken down, these women, these people, look at their faces. They all look so satisfied. Look at them. Just look at them. They look so satisfied, don't they? What were they doing to themselves by finding pleasure in another person's pain? You heard the first guy. He just feels, take those thoughts. Who are you to call somebody a thought? Anyway, I want to know what your thoughts are below. Be a part of the live show with thousands of other viewers. Go to TonyaTKO.com/text and join the text notification squad and get a text whenever I go live. Support the show and yourself, and I'll see you on the next live broadcast.